With the widespread use of mobile phones, schools have been working hard to ensure they don't disrupt the class and the students' learning. However, many believe the policies enacted by schools such as NHS are not enough, advocating for stricter state legislation. This July, the Massachusetts Senate passed a bill outlawing phone use during the entire school day. We spoke to teachers and students about their thoughts on phone use in NHS and the proposed bill.
Learning, I've seen great impacts from cell phones that are not positive. I feel like people are constantly wondering what's going on about their notifications. They're losing the ability to communicate in groups, and I think that they can be very hard to overcome in the classroom.
The study I usually talk about in class is a 2017 study done at the University of Texas in Austin, where they had 3 groups. One group of students had their cell phones on silent and face down on the table in front of them. Another group had their cell phones in their bags. Another group had their cell phones in another room. And they were able to measure real differences in cognitive performance between those 3 groups.
I think that the effect that phones have on students varies depending on the individual, just like most things. For me, I find using my phone really helpful for a quick Google, for when I can't really access my computer. But I know that other students can be very distracted.
I think the current NHS cell phone policy works for the most part, at least in the classes I've had. I put my phone in the caddy and then I don't think about it until we get it at the bell.
If every teacher used the caddy, that would be great, but I know that that's not necessarily how every classroom goes, or if there's a sub during the day and one thing can sort of derail the whole system.
Honestly, it's back to the teachers to keep track of phones. It's what I've been doing for ages. I was the first teacher to actually get a phone caddy. My husband actually bought me one for my birthday. You know, it worked great, but it was really up to me being really, really consistent.
At the state level, I see why it's going through the legislation to ban phones. I understand their view. I don't fully support it. It's something that's so delicate that it needs to be thought out very well.
If the state says no phones, that's great, no phones. How that's enforced, let's see what happens.
Cell phones are made and run by powerful corporations and really smart people with a lot of money, and I don't think that it's up to teenage students to be able to sort of manage that.
I'm really not sure about the actual difference on a day-to-day level because it's not feasible to enforce a statewide cell phone ban without providing any infrastructure to make that happen.
The Northampton School Committee is now reconsidering the cell phone policy in the district. The bill has now been passed to the Massachusetts House of Representatives for further discussion and voting. I've been Oliver, and thanks for watching.